Sculpted echoes of the celestial ancients. The oasis of unspoken vows was the heart of the silence. Here the wind did not howl, it whispered. The sand did not shift, it settled into perfect geometric patterns at the feet of the two sentinels. They were not merely statues of pharaohs, but something far greater, the Shemsu Hor, the followers of Horus, who had shed their mortal forms to become eternal conduits between the earth and the cosmos. Pharaoh Amenken stood at the water's edge, his own royal regalia a living echo of the colossal figures before him. The still surface was a perfect mirror to the impossible sky above. The Great Pyramid did not gleam with stone, but with the fabric of night itself, a slice of the universe embedded in the architecture of his ancestors. It was not a tomb, but a lens, focusing the light of distant suns onto the golden forms of the Sentinels. His people, the keepers of the resonance, were the last of their line. For centuries they had maintained the vigil, ensuring the harmony between the physical world and the celestial blueprint. But a dissonance had crept into the world. The seasons faltered. The stars in the night sky seemed to flicker with uncertainty. The ancient pact was weakening. His ritual today was not one of supplication, but of realignment. The Sentinels were not gods to be worshipped, but instruments to be tuned. Their colossal, serene faces were not frozen in stone, but in a state of perpetual reception, their striped headdresses acting as antennae for cosmic frequencies. The serpent motifs on their brows were not symbols of power, but receivers for the primordial light of the Milky Way. Amenken raised his hands, and the still water of the oasis began to ripple, not from the wind, but from a subsonic hum that emanated from the Sentinels. The warm, golden light that bathed them intensified, shifting from a passive glow to an active pulse. He did not chant. Instead, he began to sing a melody that had no words, a sequence of tones that were the mathematical constants of creation, the very ratios that bound atoms together and spun galaxies into being. As his voice rose, the star-filled pyramid responded. A beam of concentrated starlight, woven from the light of 1,000 suns, lanced down from the pyramid's apex, striking the space between the two sentinels. The light did not scatter. It was absorbed, channeled through their golden forms, and then emitted as a visible, thrumming wave of harmony that expanded outward in a silent, golden shockwave. In that moment, Amenken was not a single man by a pool. He was the needle on the scale of existence. Through his song, he guided the cosmic energy, using the Sentinels as amplifiers to recalibrate the wobbling axis of the world. The serene expressions on the colossal faces seemed to deepen, as if in approval. The celestial ancients were not dead kings. They were active participants in the maintenance of reality, and he was their chosen conductor. When the last note faded from his lips, the light from the pyramid dimmed to its usual state. The water was once again a perfect mirror, but the air itself felt cleaner, sharper. The dissonance was gone. The sculpted echoes had spoken through him, and the universe, for another age, was once again in tune.